Hey, man, what's going on, fellas? What we got here, we're going to have the Ezgo TXT with the Robbins engine. What we're going to do here is we're going to draw your harness. What I'm going to do is do an Ezgo gas 1 week, electric, then the club car electric, and can go back and forth until we get everything. This is the Ezgo gas. I'm going to write Ezgo gas TXT Robbins. Now what I'm going to do, you got your battery here, plus negative. You got your regulator, voltage regulator, solenoid, igniter. Then you got your micro switch, key switch. And then over here, you got your starter. And over here, you got your motor. Like I said before now, no artist. Then you got your spark plugs here. Then you got your ignition coil. We're going to do ignition. You got your coil wire comes off, coil wire goes here to the coils. You got your wires here. And then you got your pulsar coil, which goes on the flywheel, which tells the cart, it sends a signal to the igniter and tells the igniter when to fire. Let me start by saying this, man. If you got a Robbins engine and igniter fires one time, replace the igniter. Don't do no test, wasting your money, man. It ain't, trust me, it's nothing but a igniter problem. That's it. All right, what we're gonna do now, we're gonna start with the positive off the battery. All right, now I'm gonna do this last here. Start with the positive off the battery. Let me get a red wire here. All right, got your hot. Comes off here. Goes to the solenoid. All right. Let me get black for the ground. Let's have that. And you got your black. Your black comes here, goes right here. And that goes right to the frame of the car itself. All right. So you ground it out there, straight to the frame. And then you got your wires. Let me get it what color we want. We're going to go blue. Yep. All right. And red. But then what you want to do is you got your wire here on your, where we're at. All right, we're going from the small wire. Actually, we're going on a big wire first. You got your big wire, a small wire here, which is red. I'm gonna come over here with it, and it's got a fuse in it. All right. It's got you a fuse in it like that, with the inline fuse. All right, then you got your fuse. I'm not going to draw this, man, but the fuse goes to your F and R micro switch, and also it goes to, come on, keep talking. It goes from there to your reverse buzzer, but we're not worried about that. All we're going to do now on the red now, the inline fuse is going to go to your forward and reverse switch, so you activate the reverse buzzer. I'm not going to draw that, man, because I don't know. So it will go from here to the forward and reverse switch, but each is its own. All right. Then what it does, it goes to the micro switch here. All right. Now, I'm about to show you this, man. This is probably going to blow your mind right here. A lot of people don't know this, and I can tell by a lot of the questions I get. Because if you think about it, you wouldn't think it would go like this, but it does. All right. Now, this is your main power off your solenoid that feeds your harness. All right. Why doesn't it go here first? You would think you have power coming in straight to the key, then to the micro switch, then to the solenoid to engage the starter. But it don't, it's backwards, man. They go to the micro switch first, which is crazy, man, in my opinion. Because if the micro switch stuck, closed, which means it's dead short, and somebody turned the key on, well, guess what? The golf cart's turned over, running wide open. Not wide open, but it's going to turn over. I mean, already. But like I said, it's kind of crazy. All right, but what they do there is they go from here, micro switch, leaves green, comes to the key switch. All right, so you got 12 volts coming in. If you don't have voltage here, check your fuse, check your wire. If you don't have voltage here, when you hit the gas, check your micro switch. You can bypass it and hook the two wires together. All right, so you got 12 volts. Comes here, bam, to the key switch. You go in there and turn the key on. Boy, and you start taking all, hitting them damn, woo, boy, hitting the, what do you think, Travis? Wide. Nah, I got to throw something crazy in there, man. I have to. All right, but then what you want to do when you turn the key on, all right, playtime's over, man. When you turn the key on, you got your blue wire comes back here, all right. Now the blue wire goes to your solenoid, hot side of your solenoid. When you turn the key on, 12 volts carries from here to here. If you have voltage here but not here, hook the two wires together. If it runs, place the key switch, all right? But make sure you have 12 volts, positive to this, all right? So now we're back over here. So right now when you hit the gas, voltage carries here, bam, goes here to your solenoid. All right, so you got your ground. Your ground wire leaves here, goes to your frame ground. It ain't the ground there, it goes to a bolt on the metal bracket, which is your ground that you, let me erase that there, which is where you go to, all right? And then from there, from here you got black, goes to your buzzer, I'm not gonna write that. Then you have your ground, which goes to your voltage regulator, all right? On your voltage regulator, you got 3 wires. You got a green, you have a green wire, and a red wire. Now I've seen this mistake a lot here now, all right? Your green wire is going to go up straight to your starter, all right? Now this is where I've seen a lot of people have mistakes at. When they change the voltage regulator does not kick in. This puts out AC voltage, the regulator converts it to DC, charges the battery. A lot of people take the hot side of the regulator that turns the regulator on, and they wire it to this side of the solenoid, which is the hot side. What that does the whole time it draws battery, kills the battery eventually. All right, so you want to wire this to the side of the solenoid that is not hot until you hit the gas, because that's when you need the regulator, all right? And then from there, we're going to go to, all right, so down here you have your black. We're doing igniter now. You got black, red, and you have your white, which I already drew, but you just can't see it, all right? Very good, all right, but this is gonna be your white wire. All right, your black wire off the igniter. Go to the solenoid, small post. What color are you? Then you got your, we're gonna do the white wire next. The white wire is going to go from the igniter to the ignition coil. And then your red wire is going to go to your solenoid. What color I got there? Red. The red wire here is going to go to the hot side of the solenoid small post. So whenever you hit the gas, you power up the igniter, all right? So here, let me say this, man, if I forget. Depending on what year the Ezgo is, this wire can be orange and white or red, depending on what year it is, all right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to run the wire from the ignition coil down to the solenoid. So here, it's going down to the solenoid on this here. All right, now follow with me now because we got a bunch of lines crossing. All right, and then we have your black and your red and white, which is going to the pulsar coil. So your black, I got my black here, got a red. You got your black and your red and white. So I'm gonna draw your black. And then white's already there, but I'm gonna draw some red. The way it mixes it with the white again. All right, and what this does goes here. This to your pulsar. And then you got your black. I'm gonna draw it right there, which goes to your pulsar. All right, and depending on what year this is, excuse me, this is red and white, man. I spoke wrong. Red and white. I grab black because I gotta grab a black marker. All right, so the way it works, man, when you hit the gas, bam, you fire up the igniter. All right, signal out here. When the engine turns, the flywheel turns. As it rotates, it passes, the flywheel has one notch in it like that. Depending on if it's MCI or pre-MCI, some got notches everywhere. When you rotate, it spins. There's a magnet there that makes and breaks. Every time it makes and break, it sends this wire back to the igniter and tells it to fire on the ignition coil. All right. But if this only fires one time, there's no way to test. Let me write that down now. I'm going to erase this whole board from now. All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to erase this here. And I'm going to write something down, man. And I want y'all to read this. No test for igniter. None. All right. Don't be looking, wasting your time. If it fires one time, there's two things that cause a fire one time. Most common, 99% of the time, igniter. Number two is, guess what? Battery backwards, meaning you got your hot here, your ground there. The engine will still turn over. It just will fire one time. All right. Now we're going to go from, I'm going to show you your starter here. All right, now here we got, I drew the solenoid again. We got this here, this is your hot here. Now I deleted the harness. This is your starter. I'm just drawing you how it operates, how it works. All right. Now you got your F1 and you got your F1. You got your F1 and A2 on your starter. They tie together with a wire. All right. Got it? Then you got your A1, which is your ground, which is on the side of your starter. Your F2, you got your DS. F2 goes to the solenoid. All right. And then this here, the ground, which is your A1 here, ground, put negative, that goes to the frame, therefore goes to your ground on the battery here. Now, when the way it works, when you hit the gas, remember you hit the gas, micro switch sends voltage to key switch sends voltage back to the solenoid, which is right here. Solenoid closes. So when you give a ground here and a hot, you must have a ground and a hot. When you give voltage there, these two here close like this. All right, the solenoid comes up, got your hot ground here, send voltage there, the contact comes up, raises up. When it does, contact closes, so this closes like this. All right, when it closes, because it disengages it, it allows battery voltage to travel from this post to this post. Now your ground is a constant ground there, all right? So all you're making and breaking is your hot off the solenoid. So if your solenoid clicks, cart don't run, you could put your black lead meter there, your red lead here, and it should carry over voltage from here to here. If you have no voltage here, what could be your problem? Solenoid on this side is not sending voltage here, all right? So it could be bad solenoid or no voltage, one of the two. And then what it does, as it's running like this here, it's running, it starts generating AC voltage. All right, AC voltage. That's all it does. Comes over here, puts it out, goes to your regulator, AC. The regulator converts it to DC, goes to your solenoid, goes here to your big post, charges the battery up. That's how it charges. I erased the board here. One thing I want y'all to remember is this right here. Let me get right here. Write this. Now this is the most important part out of everything I've told y'all on my channel. This is what we want to do on this channel. We want to change one part only. All right. We don't want to throw money away, man. Don't want to just become a parts changer. We want to do it and learn from it. But also remember this. Make sure you do this here. Like the video. Subscribe. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, all right? And also, man, if you want to become a member, you can go to my channel, click on memberships, see different options for you, man. I have over 400 videos now on my channel that you have early access. I mean, about 60 videos nobody's seen yet. Other things, man. I appreciate if y'all did this, man. I got some good supporters. Share. And the most important thing, man, besides this, which is like, and this, which pushes this videos out to other people, is subscribe, man, and make sure you got that bell turned on for the Dig, man. All right, man. That's it for today, man. All right. Stay tuned, man. I'll post more like always.